Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Right to the air is Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The Packers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
26. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Touchdown, Packers! Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
From his own end zone, Fields quickly into the hands of Fuller. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down. Fields being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
It's been a productive union between Preston Smith and the Green Bay Packers. In his last 3 years wearing the green and gold, he's recorded 25 sacks in that time frame.
Now on 3rd down, that pass pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return comes Cobb. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Again, it's Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. Touchdown! Christian Watson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, normally in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the... for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. It's complete to Fuller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. That was all Preston Smith. Navigating into the backfield, he gets the tackle for loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. One play action. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. That's complete right side to Kmet. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Throwing again is Fields.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Velus Jones.
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Bears get a bit closer.
Santos with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tap.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
To throw is Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, here's Fields.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
To the air again, Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. And it's second down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish a running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Play action. It's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Fields. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side with Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice...
And it's a Packers touchdown! Alan Lazard from 17 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They snap it to Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fields now to throw. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's Fields. He'll get that underneath to Herbert, and they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Man open, here is Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. That one goes for 24 yards.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Fields throwing again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Caught by Jones, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Second down and goal.
Fields.
He's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they'd converted their first 2 4th-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 50, the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On second down, it's Jones. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the...
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Rodgers going to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares?
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they take a knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.